I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
These days, the myth of the bankable marquee movie star seems to be all but dead, and franchise is now king. But there are still titans in the world of cinema, and two names continue to stand out over the years. The former Fresh Prince himself, once labeled the most powerful actor in Hollywood, Will Smith!
I make this look good.
And the self-proclaimed most electrifying man in entertainment, otherwise known as The Rock, DWAYNE JOHNSON! But which of these instantly recognizable, record-breaking giants rules supreme? There's only one way to find out. Face Off! Disclaimer: no actual science was used to determine the outcome of Face Off. Your results may vary. Please do not consume Face Off if you are allergic to conjecture, opinion, or general nonsense. Willard Carroll Smith Jr., West Philadelphia, born and raised. Teenage Smith declined an invitation to MIT in order to focus on a burgeoning rap career. Teaming with young DJ Jazzy Jeff, Smith crowned himself the Fresh Prince. By 1989, the duo had won their first Grammy, but when Smith found himself in debt to the IRS, he signed on to star in a sitcom, one that would propel his career trajectory sky high. From there, he set his sights on becoming the biggest movie star in the world, studying the characteristics of box office successes. By 1995, the Michael Bay-directed buddy cop actioner Bad Boys was lighting up the box office, and Smith was well on his way to realizing his dreams. Dwayne Douglas Johnson, son of former pro wrestler Rocky Johnson, he spent his youth with his mother's family in New Zealand and played rugby. Returning to the US, Johnson moved to various towns and schools, and when his mother struggled with finances, he turned to petty crime. After being arrested, deeply disappointing his mom, Johnson decided never to break the law again. A gifted athlete, he pursued a football career, but when that didn't last, he followed in the footsteps of his dad Rocky and maternal grandfather Peter Maivia, climbing into the ring as a pro wrestler known as Rocky Maivia. By 1998, he was rising to superstardom in the WWF, going by The Rock, and ushering in the company's Attitude Era. Intent on expanding into Hollywood, he kicked off his movie resume in The Mummy Returns and its spin-off The Scorpion King, eventually putting his wrestling persona behind to become a box office champ. While both men came from fairly humble beginnings and had similarly ambitious goals, Johnson seems to have overcome more adversity to get where he is today. This round goes to... Thanks for watching JoBlo videos. If you enjoy our shows, please like and subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when new videos go live. Now, back to the show! With some unorthodox law enforcement techniques...
It's okay, I'm with the police! It's cool, you look great!
And action from mayhem maestro Michael Bay, Smith and screen partner Martin Lawrence launched the popular Bad Boys series, now 3 movies deep with more in the works.
Shit just got real.
And his chemistry with cranky fellow alien-fighting agent Tommy Lee Jones helped to turn Men in Black into a mega franchise. And although he personally didn't come back for more, 2 of his biggest movies got sequels of their own, for better and worse. Aside from the seemingly endless direct-to-video Scorpion King series, Johnson himself has technically not launched a franchise, but his involvement and improvement of existing properties has earned him a nickname of Franchise Viagra. His formidable presence helped boost the returns for the second G.I. Joe and Journey to the Center of the Earth movies, and turned a late sequel to Jumanji into a pair of smash hits for a whole new generation. And of course, adding him to the mix in the Fast and Furious series resulted in 4 colossal box office blockbusters, not to mention his own successful Toretto-free spin-off. This round goes to... Will Smith obviously got his acting start in comedy, with reruns of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air still being enjoyed around the world after 3 decades. After graduating from television, he offered some of the best one-liners from the 90s and beyond.
Now back up, put the gun down, and give me a pack of tropical fruit bubblicious.
Smith always has an effortlessly engaging comedy style that benefits action and rom-com fare alike.
I don't want to see none of that. I don't need no pizza. They got food there.
Dwayne Johnson has been consistently hilariously entertaining since his oversized personality in wrestling, where audiences became accustomed to his relentless witty barbs.
You can't see me. You can't see me. What are you playing, peekaboo? You can't see me.
His comedy chops have also been well utilized on screen in everything from Central Intelligence to embodying Danny DeVito in his rock-shaped avatar, Dr. Smolder Bravestone.
My joints feel like butter.
That said, Johnson often takes a backseat to his comedic co-stars like Kevin Hart, Will Ferrell, and Steve Carell.
Is this your stapler? Yeah. Can we show you how to use it? No.
Oh! This round goes to... Will Smith has picked up Oscar nominations for the biopic Ali and the inspirational rags to riches story The Pursuit of Happiness. He's also received positive reviews for his performances in 6 Degrees of Separation, Concussion, and 7 Pounds. Even his affecting work in otherwise conventional genre fare has earned critical approval. After his first dramatic turn in the aggressively eccentric Southland Tales, so far the closest Johnson has come to straight drama is more in the thriller arena, with Pain and Gain and the underrated Snitch, and inspirational sports movies like Gridiron Gang and Fighting with My Family, although playing himself probably didn't really stretch the acting muscles.
It's The Rock! We're huge fans.
Thank you so much.
While Johnson more frequently takes on exciting 4-quadrant fun, you better believe he has his eye on claiming a statue someday. Still, of these two megastars, only one has Academy Award nominations. This round goes to... As likable and charismatic as he may be, even Will Smith is not immune to financial and critical failures. 2 decades after its release, his first career flop still remains synonymous with box office bombs. Putting Smith against his younger self in the expensive and long-delayed Gemini Man didn't exactly pay dividends at the box office, nor did the much-maligned M. Night Shyamalan father-son sci-fi pick After Earth. But even if his modest or big-budget releases don't entirely meet expectations, Smith has never suffered a setback that completely derailed his career. In fairness to Dwayne Johnson, his biggest disappointments occurred toward the beginning of his big-screen career, with a number of efforts failing to generate large piles of cash. Other mid-range movies that seem to do just okay at the domestic box office still managed to tear plenty of tickets from international crowds. And after treading water awaiting release during the pandemic, his $200 million Jungle Cruise ended up a costly coronavirus casualty. Regardless, thanks to his charisma and popularity, Johnson has maintained a decent track record and has managed to avoid any outright flops. This round goes to... Smith almost always seems in tip-top physical condition on screen, whether he's swinging in the ring, violently enforcing the law, preparing for post-apocalyptic excursions, granting wishes, or just getting in shape before shooting a ton of hench things. Let's face it, we know Dwayne Johnson because of his cartoonish anatomy. His mountains of mass are the reason he's rightfully known as The Rock. He's been putting all that muscle to good use ever since he started on the big screen, and his exaggerated size has become as much a part of his persona as his good nature and aptitude for quips. And somehow, as he reaches 50, he seems to be getting in even better shape. This round goes to... We all know Will Smith started in music with his Grammy-winning partnership with DJ Jazzy Jeff and their lighthearted and clean rap style that culminated with the massive hit Summertime. With the release of his catchy Men in Black title track,
The good guys dress in black, remember that.
Smith embarked on a solo career with the 9 times platinum debut album Big Willie Style and its unavoidable single Gettin' Jiggy With It.
Getting jiggy with it.
Dwayne Johnson is no slouch in the music department, from collaborations with Wyclef Jean and Tech Nine
It doesn't matter how many records you sold.
to his crooning cowboy in Be Cool.
He don't love me anymore, and I'll have to let him go.
Plus occasional tunes performed during his SNL appearances.
Put me in Frozen or Avatar 2.
But his singing is probably best known from his fan-favorite role as Maui in Moana. What can he say, except...
You're welcome.
This round goes to... Will Smith famously passed on the role of Neo in The Matrix, saying he couldn't decide whether or not the Wachowskis were geniuses during the pitch meeting. But instead he made Wild Wild West, so...
Oops.
He also once considered remaking Old Boy with Steven Spielberg, and he passed on Rush Hour, Dreamgirls, an update of A Star Is Born, the title role in Quentin Tarantino's Django Unchained, and the chance to wear the red and blue tights for Superman Returns. A few big roles have slipped through the meaty fingers of Dwayne Johnson, including Willy Wonka in Tim Burton's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Other parts that got past him include a live-action movie of cartoon goofball Johnny Bravo, an early version of Tomorrowland, and Shane Black's adaptation of pulp hero Doc Savage. Johnson was also almost cast as Jack Reacher, a dream role that he felt born for, considering he's a perfect fit for the fictional character's impressive stature, unlike what we got. But even with those misses, at least Johnson can say that he didn't pass on The Matrix. This round goes to... While he had plenty of banter on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Smith's most memorable quips usually come from his genre movies, whether he's dealing with aliens,
Welcome to Earth.
chasing bad guys,
Now show him your badge.
or having a reasonable response to a rain of robots.
Oh, hell no.
His snappy retorts may not be able to salvage every movie,
That's it. No more Mr. Knife Guy.
but somehow he can make the best out of even the most cheesy, on-the-nose, say the title of the movie lines.
So that's it? What, we some kind of Suicide Squad?
Johnson had his iconic catchphrases from his time in the tights,
If you smell what the Rock is cooking,
but he's also tossed out the occasional memorable quip on the big screen too.
I will beat your ass like a Cherokee drum.
Woman, I am the cavalry.
He even arguably has the best line of the entire Fast and Furious saga, which was ad-lib.
You better hide your baby, or
I'm just playing.
You better hide that big ass forehead.
With both stars consistently and effectively firing off zingers, this one feels like a close call.
You look like a Black Will Smith or something.
This round goes to... Will Smith has had his fair share of box office smashes, thanks to the Men in Black and Bad Boys franchises, while his casual charisma helped make Independence Day into a phenomenon, and a movie about C-list supervillains into an unexpected hit. I Am Legend and Hancock also each crossed $500 million globally, but his biggest success so far was emerging from the lamp in Disney's live-action Aladdin, the actor's first time passing $1 billion. Either way, movies featuring Smith have collected more than $9.5 billion worldwide. After a somewhat slow roll, Dwayne Johnson injected new life into the Fast and Furious franchise with his hulking law enforcement officer. In fact, with a $1.5 billion worldwide total, Furious 7 is currently the 8th highest-grossing movie of all time. And since then, Johnson's considerable presence has helped turn a body-swapping comedy adventure into a franchise revival that has sold nearly $2 billion worth of tickets. With all of his appearances factored in, including his dodgy CGI incarnation, Johnson's movies have amassed over $12.5 billion worldwide. This round goes to... Will Smith and Dwayne Johnson are clearly both certified grade A multi-talented megastars. Smith catapulted from an early music and TV career to dominate the movie business with blockbuster after blockbuster, and is still operating near the top of his game after 3 decades. Johnson successfully shed his humble wrestling origins to become one of the highest-grossing actors on the planet. Both men have appealing personalities and positive attitudes that make them fan favorites who continue to bring audiences back to the multiplex. But in this superstar showdown, only one has a bit more muscle, and the edge goes to Dwayne Johnson! Let us know your thoughts. Leave a comment in the comments, and thanks for watching.